everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel called Words for the Day. And the words for the day is know what place you're operating from or functioning from. Again, the word for the day is know what place you're operating or functioning from. And how I came up with this word for the day, the other day my sister was over here getting she was getting some pumpkin pie that I made. She was getting some macaroni and cheese and some yams, and uh, we ended up talking for a while. Of course, social distancing. She was sitting in her car with her window rolled down, and I was standing on my lawn. And we was just talking. Before we knew it, an hour went by, but we was talking from a spiritual point of view, because we are spiritual beings. We are born again believers. So when we talk about things, we always associate it with the spiritual man, because that's where we function from. And what we were talking about was the areas that people they function in, the areas that they, children of God function in, from spiritual being or from the fleshly being. So God or evil, good or bad. And then that's when I was thinking, I was like, I'm gonna do a word of the day. That's how I came up with the word of the day. What area are you functioning from? Now, yes, we are spiritual, but I'm speaking from, you don't have to be, how do I say this? It's your choice to choose whether you want to be a Christian or not. So that's why I said what area you function from, whether good or bad, because it's your choice. God even told us to choose if you're going to serve him and be saved or not. And if you don't believe in God, well, you had to make a choice in something. So whether you're going to do good or you're going to do bad, or do good or do evil. So bottom line is, whether you believe in God or not, you still had to make the choice of what area am I going to function from today. And how do you, so now that brings me to the next thing. How do you know when you're functioning from good? One thing, when it's not self-related. You're functioning from a good area when it's not self-related. That means you are concerned about the well-being of others. Doesn't mean that you have to give all you have out to the poor, but you help out. And if you don't help out, doesn't make you a bad person either. So if you're giving to the poor, you're helping your neighbor. You see that garbage can in the street, and you know that a car can come down the road and crush it, or even damage the car or cause problems. So what you do is, you know what? Even if your neighbor doesn't like you, you say, you know what, let me go put their garbage can just on the sidewalk, so that it won't interfere or impede upon, what's going on in the road. So that's how you know that you're operating from good. You're doing good without no reason to. You're doing good without any reason to do good. You're helping out because you want to help out, not because someone told you had to, or you're being mandated to do it, or you're being made to do it. You're doing it because it's the right thing to do. You see garbage, like I said, the garbage can example that I gave, and you see it in the street, and those things cost money. I can't believe garbage cans are so much money. So you don't want another car or truck to come down the road and run into it and crush it, and then that person has to spend money. And you probably said, why should I care? They don't do anything for me. But a good person would be thinking, you know what? I know this person don't like me. And you know what? It's not about them. It's about the right thing. Let me just move it. I have the time. I'm out here getting my can. So let me put their can on the side. You don't have to take it to the back of the yard and all of that stuff. If you want, yeah. Or, you could just put it on the side, put it on the side as you're taking yours in. And you say, well, I live in an apartment building. I don't have to worry about that. Okay. If you see a neighbor or some neighbor have a whole bunch of bags, and they're coming in, and their kids are helping, or whatever the case may be, and you decide to help them, but with no reason, no payment, no nothing. You're just doing it out of the kindness of your heart. That's good. That's the area of good. Another area, well, like I said, everything that I'm saying stems on that one thing. Being good is not, you're not selfish. So when you're operating from a good area, you are not selfish at all. You're selfless. You're thinking about the well-being of others. You could be in a store, and I know this happens all the time to me. And oh my goodness, my children they don't go to the store with me anymore, so it doesn't matter. But when I'm in a store, people will say, "Oh, excuse me, can you tell me where such and such is?" And 9 out of 10 times, I will say 98.9% of the time, because if I'm in a store, you better believe I've been in that store plenty of times, and those are the stores that I choose to go into besides shopping online. I know where things are because I make it my business to know my store that I'm going to be shopping in and spending my money in. I need to know the store where things are. And if things change, I need to immediately know that as well. So I learn my environment, which you should do too. Exits, means of exits and things like that. So I'll just help. And then when they realize, they're like, "Do you work here?" And I'm like, "No." And they're like, "Oh, but they still thank you." It's like, you don't work here. You didn't even, I used to say, I don't work here. But then if I can help them, I definitely do it. If I can't, I'm like, "I'm sorry, I can't, I don't know, I don't work here." That's when I'll say I don't work here. But if I know where it is, or I believe I can help, I'll help. And I won't say a word, because it doesn't matter if I work there or not. We're all workers. Should be all workers, or helpers. So that's how you know when you're operating from good, when you care about the well-being of others and denying yourself, like being selfish. You're doing good. You're doing good. You open a door. You're saying yes or no. You're saying hello when you walk past somebody and they're looking straight in your eyes, and this, that person seeing you and you seen them, or at least I should say, you think that they see you, because people can walk past you, look at you, and be in a whole different zone. However, even so, even if that is the case, and they don't say hi, then it's probably because they're in another zone, or maybe they just don't like you. But you know what? You do it anyway. You say hello. I know when I know someone don't like me, oh my goodness, I'm always like, "Hello, how are you doing?" And not sarcastic. I'm like, "Hi." And you're like, how much more can I speak to someone if they're not going to say hi to you, especially when you're at work? Well, you know what? You do it until they tell you, "You know what? Stop speaking to me." Then you stop speaking to them. But if they don't, you just say hi and keep it moving. You don't have to be their friend. You just say hello, because it's the right thing to do. So that's how you know you're operating from a good area, from a good heart. How do you know when you're operating out of a bad heart? You're grumpy all the time. It's all about yourself. It's all about what you're going to do. You see that garbage can outside and you're like, "I'm not getting that garbage can. That's not my responsibility. So what? It gets run over, and they have to spend money to buy another one. That's their business. I'm not doing nothing. They don't like me anyway." That's bad. That's bad to be like that, to be miserable and operating and functioning from a bad area. Or you know someone is about to come. I mean, sometimes it gets tricky with the door. Sometimes I don't know whether to hold the door or not, and I just let it go and say, well, I'm like, "Oh Lord, forgive me." If I don't know what they're doing on a distance, but my heart is in a right place, because it's not about self. However, like I said, what the bad thing is, like, you see the person coming and you know they're coming, but you just let the door go, like whatever. You see a person, you're walking right past and you're looking right in their face and you're like, whatever. Look, I ain't saying hi, I don't know you. Why should I speak to you? I don't want somebody talking to me, so I'm not gonna say anything. I don't want to start a conversation. I just want to keep moving. And it's okay to keep moving. You can say hello as you're walking past and keep moving. But that's how you know when you're operating from a bad premises. You're judgmental, you're angry, and it's like I said, it's one thing. How do you know you were operating from a bad area? It's all about you, getting yours, mine, what you're doing for yourself. You have no concern about the well-being of others. That's how you know when you're operating from a bad area. And what happens when you operate from a good area? Let's go there. Yeah, let's take it there. When you're operating from a good area, with a good heart and a concern for the well-being of others, you're happy, you're at peace, you know, you send that energy out for those that believe in all of that aura stuff and everything like that. And I'm not knocking it. That's your belief. That's you, you know. Um, you have that peace and that like, wow, you're happy with yourself. Like, look what not that you boasting in it, but wow, look at who I am. And you see how you have grown, because you probably wasn't like that in the past, but it gives you a good feeling. It gives you, it feels good. It's like it's a rewarding feeling. That's what it is. Doing good is you're rewarding yourself because it's a good feeling, and you reciprocate that. You give and you get back, but you don't do it. You don't want to do good to get back, to get do it just to get so you can get something out of it. You want to do it, doing it without any how do you say it, any you want to do it without expecting. So you want to do it without expectation. You want to do it because it's the right thing to do. And knowing, you know what, I did this. I got the garbage can. So what, they don't like me, but whatever. It doesn't make you a wimp. It doesn't make you, soft or anything. It makes you a good person, a good-hearted person, and says, you know what, maybe one day my goodness will change someone, and change them from that angry attitude, that angry area, that bad area. Maybe one day, or maybe what I said hi helped that person. Maybe holding that door helped that person. Maybe being in that store helping that person, and they found out I didn't work there, helped them to see that there are still good people out there. Maybe taking that garbage can from that neighbor, putting on on a lawn that don't like you. Maybe it showed them like, wow, it will cause them to look at themselves. Maybe, I'm not saying it will, but even if one good thing comes out of doing good, that's even rewarding. And sometimes you don't see it. Sometimes you don't see what good came out of it, and it's okay. But knowing that you did the good thing is good in itself. Now, the consequences of operating from a bad area, you receive that. Bad things happen, actions happen. You keep that feud going from not helping with the garbage can. Not saying that you have to again, but being angry let's go back to good the consequences of good things. Healing your body. It helps to to maintain a balance within your body. Doing good, the rewards of it, because it affects your thinking, it affects your emotions. And when your emotions and your thinking are lined up, like you're thinking rightly and you're feeling good because of what you did, and the thought of, let me just do this, and in doing it and feeling good, your body, what is it called? Laughter is good medicine. Doing good is good medicine, because we can't see what's going on in our body. We only see the effects of what's going on in our body once it starts displaying on the outside, or we're sweating, or we, our throats or something, our eyes or teeth or whatever. We only feel the effects of it once it starts to operate. Our pain, that's when we know something's going on. Other than that, we don't know. We don't know until things get to a point where it's out of control. And that's why it's good to go to the doctor, have yearly checkups, 6-month cleaning, yearly checkup if you can. However, to go back to the good, it helps your body. It helps to maintain a balance in your body, to keep your thinking right, to keep your emotions right, and you feel good. And it's medicine to you, to your body. It's like good, doing good and feeling good and thinking rightly, thinking in a good area. It's healing for your body. So that is good. That's good. Not boasting myself, but it just made me remember even more things about operating from a good area. Now, consequences of operating from a bad area, like we had said, is sickness. You're angry all the time. You're not happy of others. You're jealous of others. You're judgmental of others. And what does that bring? It brings destruction to you. Your mindset is you're always stressed. And what happens when you're stressed? The last thing that I said about good, it affects your body. So now you're starting to feel tired because operating from a bad area is exhausting. If you don't know, when you're doing bad, it's exhausting. I'm not talking about, yes, you can get exhausted from working and doing all that stuff because you're tired and days. If you're operating from a bad area, it's all about yourself and what you can get out of it, and you got to get yours. And you know what, she don't like me, I don't like her, my neighbor don't like me, I don't like them, always frown in your face. First of all, you get wrinkles. Let's see, do I have any wrinkles? No, I have this because I'm always putting my glasses on the top of my head. I gotta stop doing that because it's putting a little knot in my head. However, let's go back to the consequences of operating from a bad area. Your way of thinking is always negative. You're always unhappy. Nothing. You're not satisfied with things. You're not satisfied with things. When people get promoted or they get things or whatever, and you probably don't even want what they were expecting to get, but they get it and they're happy, but you're still miserable and not happy for them because it's like they shouldn't. Who cares? Look at them. Why? Okay, they got this or whatever. You're like miserable you're not even happy for them, and you didn't even want that. That's misery. And you know what happens? You attract those type of people, and then eventually trouble comes, destruction comes to you because of the way you thinking and how you interacting with people. When you're operating from a bad area, you cause trouble. You get into fights. You can get in trouble with the law. Sickness in your body. Things start to happen in your body. It could affect your heart. Well, like I said, in your body, but your heart, the organs that you need to function. That's, you're exhausted all the time. Like I said, operating from a bad area is exhausting and it's draining. And guess what? You also waste time when you could be moving on and doing better, since you're so self-motivated, it's all about self. You lose time. So why would one person want to choose bad over good, or stay in a bad area instead of a good area? We all have our differences of opinion. We are all different in nature. We're male and female. I can't stress this enough in my videos. We are male and female, man and woman. Regardless of a black, white, any type of race, we are all made different, thinking different. Like I said, body shapes, hairstyles, everything is different about us. And we're unique. So staying in a bad area, operating from there, it's no joy. There's no joy in it. It's exhausting, it's draining, and it causes health issues. It causes a lack of social networking. You don't have any friends, or the friends that you do have, they're trouble and they don't care about anybody but themselves. So you're with people like you. Normally we are with people like us, but I try to be with people that have more than me, that have a higher expectation than me. It helps bring me up, helps me, want to be more. Say, you know what, they have this, I want to be more than what I am. Not that I want what they have. Oh, I got to get this, what they have. I want the same thing they have. No, I just want to be better. It help, be with people that help lift you up and bring you, advance you, not help you stay there and degrade, help not people. You don't want to be around people that don't help you promote advancement. So, and the good thing about operating from a joyous area, like I said, you don't waste time. You have peace. And if you do waste time, it's because you have the time to waste and you just want to do it. Like, I just want to sleep all day, I just want to lay down and watch TV all day, and you could do that because you're operating from that area and you have that time. But wasting the time thinking about people, what they did to you, how they wronged you, or how you can get back at people, what you can do, to get yours, and how you're going to destroy people to get yours and get to the top, or get to where you want in the company. Eventually, you end up being a lonely person. So, not to barrel on, like I said, think about what area or are you operating from? Are you operating from a good area or a bad area? And look at the actions that are coming from you. Look at why you're doing it. And I told you, this YouTube channel is all about self-maintenance, all about checking yourself, getting to know yourself. Okay? So, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. I just like saying that. I really like saying like and subscribe. I think it's cool. But hopefully this can help you. And I'll see you next time for the words for the day. Bye.